Hey now, it's your brother Marcus with another edition of the Elements of Inspiration Brother Marcus podcast. Today I'm here with a young lady that has a lot of experience in life, though she might be young, but knows so much. Coming to the microphone right now is a lady by the name of, everybody gets her name wrong, but we're going to get it right today. Her name is Neferteri.
Yes.
Some people call her Terry, but she's in the building, and that's all you need to know is her first name, because her first name says it all. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm glad you're here with me today.
Yes, I am too.
Yeah, man. Now, we were on another radio station, and I said, I've got to get you into the Elements of Inspiration studios. Now, I like to do this with all of our guests. So, where are you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, North Philadelphia.
North Philadelphia,
Yes,
born and raised?
born and raised.
What? Oh, my goodness. So, growing up in Philly, how was it for you?
It was bittersweet. So, even though I grew up in North Philadelphia, we did hop around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a bittersweet situation. Typical story, you know.
Typical Philly story.
Yes.
Well, tell everybody in America, what is a typical Philly story like?
A typical Philly story when you are trying to make your way. It looks like, you know, getting into a couple scuffles, standing up for yourself, your siblings, learning, growing. There's growing pains. There are free meal systems on people's doorsteps. You sit with your friends and you eat. You go to the playground. You jump double dutch.
All the inner city Philly stuff, right?
Yes.
So now do you have siblings, brothers and sisters?
Yes.
How many of there are you?
So technically, I have.
She said technically.
On my mother's side, I have a big sister, and then I have a little brother. My big sister, that's like. That's my everything.
Your everything?
Yes.
Your all in all?
My little brother, that's like, he's still learning. He growing up, young black man, but I love him to pieces. And then I have a brother on my father's side. We're not too close. I met him a few times, but yeah. So I have 3 siblings in all, but 2 siblings that I talk to on a daily basis.
Right, that you grew up with. I mean, that makes sense because I when I was growing up, I have, some siblings, and I have one that I didn't grow up with. So we weren't that really close. We weren't close, so I get that part. Yeah. So growing up in Philadelphia, being like, you're the middle child, obviously,
yes,
from your mother.
I'm the middle, yes.
Now, tell me about your mama. Your mother was like strict, or she was like really cool and laid back? What kind of mama you got, girl?
So my mom was a mixture of a lot of things. It really depended on what it was, because my mom is in the healthcare field and she's a cosmetologist. So she was strict on some things, the other things she weren't. So like me with, like the last time you see me, I had big curly hair. Now my hair, I shaved, I have a pixie cut. She wasn't strict on us with like makeup and hair and stuff like that. Like she let us explore. So we had locks, we had shortcuts, we had pixies. She let us do like playing little makeup here and there. She was the type of mother where, like, if I keep telling you to do something and you do it anyway, you do the opposite anyway, you gonna find out. Like, you gonna a hard head make a soft behind. So
Your mama is so cool. I met her like we were at the other radio station. She is so down to earth.
Yes.
Loves to laugh, I could tell. 'Cause I was cracking them jokes.
Yes.
Now let's let everybody in America know about you. Who is Neferteri? Who is she?
Neferteri is a girl, a young lady navigating through life with what God gave me and learning from it, trying to break generational curses, trying to, keep the faith, walk in the good light. But I'm still learning. Yeah, you're still, of course. The stuff that I've experienced, I want to shed light on it. So I want to advocate for you, seers, our people, black people, so we don't all make the same struggles and go through the same things. So I'm just a girl trying to navigate.
And you're navigating. You are navigating. So now, when the last time I talked to you, we were in Philadelphia. Now we're in Jersey. Now you're creating a book.
Yes. I'm on chapter 4 right now.
You're on chapter 4. Yes. And this is the beautiful thing, y'all. Most of the time I get people who already finished books, they're authors and their books are all over. I actually get to be with somebody who's in the developmental process of it all. Now, this is so cool for you. Like, this is like, a second or third interview for you, and your book is not even out. Like, what is it? How does that make you feel, like, with the anticipation of what you're doing?
It actually makes me feel good because I feel like, because I'm not a celebrity or a content creator, somebody that doesn't have a huge following yet, it gives me it gives me the exposure I need and the networking. So by the time the book gets here, I done already spread the word about it. I done already got my mission across. It's not like the book is here and I'm not making any sales and I'm like, dang, I should have been did this stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to say, listen, I'm gonna start writing this book, but I want to get what the book is about out already, because the mission is not the book. The mission is what the book is about.
Wow. Man, that's deep. So let's talk about why you wanted to write this book. No, first of all, what is the book about? Give us a little bit. You don't have to give us all, because I want people to be able to buy the book.
Right.
What is the book generally about?
The book is about the school to prison pipeline.
Oh, school to prison pipeline.
School to prison pipeline. My personal experience in it. So it'll be my personal experience in it, what led me to having problems in school and how I broke free from that. So it'll just be my personal story, my triumphs, and also some history, some facts about public school and prison, how they relate. But all in all, it's about the public school to prison pipeline and how to stop children from going to that pipeline.
Wow. Now, have you ever been in trouble with the law?
No, not.
But you came close. You probably came close.
So yeah, like fighting, stuff like that. But once I got to a certain age, I think my frontal lobe kind of clicked before others. I was like, I can't be going to prison and doing all this stuff. I was like, I'm too pretty to be.
You could throw hands, all right? You could throw hands.
Enough, but not prison.
No, but that's, at least you're honest. You know what I mean? And so there's so much more for you to do with your life. And how old are you? Is it okay to ask?
I'm 23. Yeah, it's okay.
I remember when I was 23. I remember my memory, and I remember. But anyway, and how many years? How old is your older sister?
My older sister, we're 8 years apart, so she's 31. We're 8 years and 7 days apart.
8 years and 7
Yep,
days.
so she was born February 1st, 1994, and I was born February 8th, 2002.
So y'all just had birthdays.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Yeah.
And your little brother?
My little brother, he'll be 16 April 24th.
Wow. And so you guys are all close. Your mom's guiding you. Your mother's in the healthcare field, and she's a cosmetologist. Technically she's still a cosmetologist. She holds the license. And right now she's a licensed practical nurse. And my sister. Wow, your mother's a nurse.
Yes,
wow.
And my sister just got her BSN. So my sister's a nurse as well. She just graduated from Berkeley College. So I'm so proud of her. Yeah.
So what you gonna do with yourself, girl?
I'm in school right now for psychology.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so that's what I want to do. I want to do psychology. I want to, in the long run, I want to be a school psychologist or some type of school counselor. You
can do that.
Yeah.
So you can do that. I'm
gonna
definitely make sure I introduce you to some people who are in the educational field.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. This is what we do, man. We don't be playing around. Something you want to do, we talk about it and we point you to it and we get you involved.
Thank you.
And that's the big picture.
Yes.
So when did you realize, hey man, I got to make a change? Like when you were in school, when was the first thing that kind of hit you to say, man, I can't be doing this?
When I noticed that I was repeating a cycle. So when I went from middle school to high school, my GPA wasn't the best. Even though I was smart, my teacher would say, you're one of the smartest children we know. Like, you are smarter than everyone. And they would tell my mom too. And he's like, she's the smartest person ever, but she's not, pushing for like something is holding you back.
You got to apply yourself, Smokey.
Yes. So it will literally be like situations where I could be failing the entire school year, and on the last day, I take all my work from every class with a crate, sit down and do all the work in like 2 hours and get an A.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, you just did the work of a full school year in 2 hours and passed. And most children can't do that. So I wasn't applying myself, but I was like, I'm young. I'm in 8th grade. It don't matter. I'm still going to go to high school. I still made it to high school. So I made it to high school. And when I seen the high school I was in, I was like, ugh. Oh, my God. I'm like, all right, well, we're here. And I made the best out of certain situations. And then once I got to high school, same thing started happening. My personal life at home started affecting how I felt about school and people, and I was just getting so frustrated that I took it out on myself, really. And I'm like, dang, now I can't get into the best college because my GPA. And I'm like, yeah, I'm passing, but that's it. I'm just passing. I'm not excelling. So I'm like, let me stop somebody else from going through this.
Right.
So yeah, that's what it was.
Wow. So you made that conscious decision. I'm going to do better, be better, everything.
Yeah.
And that's the track that you're on. What about some of the friends that you I'm gonna say have or had. How did that affect them?
Those friends I outgrew, and it was so funny because I knew it. Like the friend groups I was in, I was like, we're not gonna last outside of high school because your maturity level is horrible. Like even how I feel right now in this moment, if I was to tell them that, they would just look at me like just bubbles coming out there, and I'm like, it's not clicking for you. And even the teachers would tell me like, you're dumbing yourself down to be around these people. Like they're not your crowd.
Right.
So when I graduated, they just all fell off. Literally, the only person that I'm still in contact with from high school that I'm close with is my boyfriend. We were together since we were 15, like on and off, little childhood stuff. But he's the only one I'm still in contact with.
Oh, America, y'all hear that? She has a boyfriend. Okay, has or have.
I have.
Oh, she has. So hands off. Don't even try it. Don't even think about it. Let it go. I think you better let it go.
One of my favorite songs, Love TKO. Yes.
Yeah, that's another Philadelphia. You know. So how did you guys met in high school, right? How does your mother feel about, or your family feel about you dating and all this stuff? They love him. Yeah, they do.
They love him.
That's good. And so he's a motivator for you a little bit. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of it. We're still young, so it's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm in awe and everything. But I love him. We got each other through some hard times. We were young and we're still navigating through life. So it'll be like 7-8 years or whatever. Yeah. But he's my friend.
Right. So that's the biggest thing.
Yes, like that's my friend, like my lifelong friend.
And that's good. I mean, because a lot of times when we're growing up, we like somebody because they're cute or whatever, superficial stuff.
Yeah.
But we never get to know who they are. And that's a good thing that you got to know him. And the biggest thing is he's your friend.
Yes.
He is your friend.
That's my friend.
Can he deal with your popularity and celebrity that is to come?
Yeah. And we balance each other out.
Okay.
So, yes. And he knows, like, all the stuff I go through, all the stuff I'm thinking in my head, he's one of the first people to hear it. And he's like, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you. He's like, you say stuff that other people not willing to say. You shake up rooms, Your mission, who you are, you carry that no matter what. Whether you're down, you're sad, how you feel, and wanting to spread that among people, you always are like that. Like, he's my biggest. He keeps me going. So,
that's good. Now, I know we talked about your mom a lot. What about your dad? Do you guys, are y'all cool, or you just kind of, hey man, it's all
it's funny
good?
You asked that because my dad is a big part of why I struggle so much in school. Just because I couldn't get over him not being there. He had a long leave of absence.
Okay, gotcha.
Long. So he was there in and out. So my troubles with him, he was there back and forth, in and out. So last time I actually lived with him, I was 11 years old, and I hated it. I hated every minute of it. He got a restraining order on my mom, which made us homeless.
Wow.
And that caused my downfall in middle school. Us navigating through being homeless. My dad is the reason why. And then later on in life, actually a couple months ago, we tried to reconnect, tried to help him. Recover through drug recovery. Same type of situation happened, and I let that go. I'm like, I love you. You my father, but you hurting me, so I had to let that go.
Yeah, sometimes that's a hard decision to make.
It is.
Whether to stay or whether to go, and sometimes we have to put ourselves first to say, hey, I need to survive, because if I don't survive, I will never be able to live. And those are hard, choices for you. I just didn't want to leave him out.
No, I understand.
He's definitely an integral part, whether it's good or bad. Yes. He's still a part. And your mom is thriving. She's a nurse. What? I'm coming to Philly to live with y'all.
Now, it's funny you say that, because even though people hold these big job titles, like, don't get me wrong, my mom she's doing well. Even though these people hold these job titles, we still be struggling. It's hard.
Yeah, of course.
It's hard.
Especially when you're helping a future celebrity.
I know, right? It costs so much money.
Listen, you come in here looking like Diana Ross to the 10th power. You know what I mean? Flossy, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You have a lot going for you, and you're a pretty tall person. How tall are you?
I am 5'9" without my platforms or heels.
She said platforms.
On a regular day, people catch me with a heel or a platform on, so I'm pretty tall.
Yeah, because when you came in, I was like, wait a minute, she was tall before, but she looks even taller.
Yeah.
So when you come in, because you're naturally tall anyway, you're going to attract the attention of people like, who is that?
Yeah.
Like Eve from Philly. Yeah. Who's that girl? girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to come in and you got a message, for the young people, have you been to any schools yet to talk to young people, or you're still in the planning stages with the book and all of
No,
this?
so as of right now, I'm all over. Like, I'm doing community organizing. So right now you can like volunteer work. So right now, if you like Google my name, a couple things pop up. So I just did a the city council meeting on 311, which is for our streets, like cleanliness, all the stuff that's non-criminal situations. That's what you report to 311. I went there and approached city council. I'm going somewhere tonight to talk about the unjust shooting that happened with a Philly cop and a mental health crisis, person with a mental health crisis. Man. I'm helping the Cecil B. Moore Library stay open and save the Cecil B. Moore Coalition. So as of right now, I just go to community organizing events, let my voice, my message be heard, because at the end of the day, this is for our community, our people, and then get my message even deeper to the youth. But as of right now, I am circling communities and get my name out there.
Well, speaking about getting your name out there, how can people get in touch with you if they want to, have you come speak or, even donate to you or whatever the case might be? How can people reach you? Are you on Instagram, Twitter?
Yeah, Instagram and my email. So I can leave all that information with you. But my Instagram, I have an Instagram, 2 actually, and then I have a social email that people can directly email me.
Okay, let's get that. What is it?
It's last name first name @gmail.com. So Raynor, RAYNOR. NEFERTERI @gmail.com. So my last name, first name @gmail, and then my Instagram is blackbird.org. So Blackbird.org, like Blackbird, like Nina Simone.
Man, how you know all this stuff? Teddy Pendergrass, Nina Simone. You ain't even older than 23.
Now, a lot of people my age know it, but they just don't realize they know all these samples and all this music, all the stuff they quote. That's all been here. They've done it before.
And your mom is like old school.
She is, but she is always surprises her how old school I can get. Like sometimes we in a car and I'll blast the Temptations. I Wish It Could Rain. And she's like, girl,
where you come from?
She like, what are you doing? It's like, Friday afternoon. Why are we listening to Temptations? I'm like, this a classic. I'm turning on Lenny Williams because I love you.
You like, Mama, I love the streets, but I ain't for the streets. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's good though, that you're really out there making a difference. You're going to be speaking at various places, and your living is not in vain. Your living is definitely not in vain.
Not at all.
Have you ever been in a situation where you had to talk to a young person that they were getting ready to make a bad choice in the decision, and you were able to save them?
Last night.
Let's talk about it. Don't no names though.
No names at all. But just all the time. That's almost an everyday situation. I see young girls all the time they call it now a crash out, willing to risk their life over nothing. And I say all the time, like, why you about to do that? What you don't got nothing else better to do? Like, you pretty. And they like, well, she said this. Okay.
How do we get them out of this? She said this and he said that.
So I do say little stuff. I talk, and I do work at an all-black salon. Shout out to Salon Marie. And I talk to people there, talk to mothers. My boss, she's like my mentor. Like, I talk to people. So, yeah, it's always a situation. But last night specifically, I was in North Philadelphia, and these girls were outside the projects ready to fight. And one girl approached me. She said, "You're so pretty. I love your haircut. You look so different and unique." And I said, "Well, thank you. I hear you about to fight. Like, what you about to fight for?" And she was like, "Well, it's not my fault. It's my sister's fault." I said, "Just go home. Y'all got so much pride, and you could be putting it to something else. All that passion and pride is all built up towards the wrong thing." And she was like, "Yeah, you're right. Yeah."
But that's good that you were able to get to it. And I think that's another thing. You have to use everything that you are to get the attention to the people you need to reach. Like I was talking to you, I was teasing you. I was like, "Oh, you're tall," you know what I mean? But people, they see you coming. You're a tall person.
Yep.
You're a daughter of a cosmetologist who's a nurse. That's why you're working in the working in the salon. You know what I mean? So people can see you're different. You got your own style, and you not look like, but you are approachable. Yeah. And I think that's the key. And you can get these young people, especially the young girls, for sure. Who do you attract more when you're out there doing your thing, reaching the young people? Is it the young guys or the young girls, or is it both?
It's both, because it depends on what I look like during the day, honestly. Because people who know me know I change every 3 business days. I might have a different look. So it depends on what my look is, and it depends on what I'm saying or where I'm going.
Right.
So if I have this pixie cut that you see me with now, I get maybe a little older generation of the youth. They'll come up to me. Some boys just trying to talk to me, and I'm like, no. The girls, I give them more talk. I talk to them, or I reel them in. But it's both. It's definitely both. And then when I go to these programs and these things and I speak, I have kids staring at me, and I'll approach them, and I'm like, hey, like I see you looking. Hey, you want to talk? And they're like, good. Oh, okay. So yeah, like even if I look like I'm not approachable, or somebody looks like they're not approachable, but I catch us glaring at each other, I go and I approach you. I'm not. I have no social anxiety.
You got that Patti LaBelle effect. No, seriously, real talk, true story. I met Patti LaBelle, and when the first time I met her in New York City, it was so cool. I was walking by, she was getting out of her limousine, and I'm trying to like walk through the crowd, and here she comes up and she says, "Hey, how you doing, baby?" Like she's because everybody was looking at her, but she came to me. She made me feel like I was important, and I believe that that's what you have. You make people feel like they are important, and not just they feel that they're important, but they are. Yeah. And you take that time, like you're looking at me. Why are you looking at me? I'm looking at you. Let's sit down and let's talk. And so that's a beautiful thing. When do you expect your book to be out? Don't rush it.
No, I'm not. September. I wanted to be out around fall. Summertime, everybody gonna be outside. Don't know nobody want to sit down and read. They need to, but September.
All right. Speaking of reading, do you love reading books and things of that nature? Yeah.
Yes. I just finished reading a Nat Turner book.
I should have known it I should have known it.
Nat Turner.
Yeah. Yep. Deep, very deep.
Very.
Right. Who's if you could meet any celebrity, who are some of, and it doesn't matter whether they're, political activists or just regular celebrities or just, like who would you want to meet if you could meet anybody?
Deceased or alive?
Both.
If I had to meet somebody that was alive right now today, it would be Kendrick Lamar. I've always loved him.
Let me call him right now. Let's get him. Kendrick and who else?
I've always loved him. Deceased. Celebrity.
How about like Michael Jackson? I want to meet him. I'm just saying that because I want to meet him.
I think it actually would be like Nina Simone. Honestly, it would be Malcolm X.
Malcolm X?
Malcolm
Okay.
X.
All right.
Yeah.
What about Martin Luther King? More Malcolm X.
I'm more of Malcolm X.
Okay. No, that's cool.
It's nothing against Martin Luther King Jr. He was a pioneer. Without him, where would we be in a lot of situations?
But you relate to
But
him.
I'm more Malcolm X, just because I want to know what they don't tell us. We hear about Martin Luther King Jr. more. I want to hear. I would want to pick Malcolm X's brain more, especially because he came from both sides. He came from the struggle. He came from the part where he had relaxers and he did this and he went to jail and he was robbing people and then he changed his life. So I want to know both sides of you.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. What about like I know you mentioned Kendrick Lamar. Any other celebrities like you would want to meet just in general to have a conversation to say, just to pick their brain in general? Okay, celebrities, she don't want to talk to y'all.
It's not that. A lot of people hold celebrities to a really high on, like, they're really high on totem pole. For me, they just people with a whole lot of money. Different problems than us,
Yeah.
But if I really had to talk to one,
I think you already gave it to
Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin?
I love me some Kirk.
Let's call Kirk.
Let
me
love
see if we can get him on the phone. Hey, Curtis.
I love Kirk.
Yeah.
I love him because he gets a lot of backlash from everyone, certain churches, just from how he's expressing himself. But he reaches a lot of people with how diverse he is, with how much he dances and expressing himself and loving everything about, faith and God and whatever that looks like to people. He wants people to express that. And I love that about him.
Yeah. So what's interesting, like of all the people in all of America and all around the world, I noticed that the people that you want to meet are influential men. You know what I mean? Which is cool.
Yeah.
Not once have you said, I want to meet so-and-so and this, like Nina Simone. We
Nina.
did say her.
It's not, okay. I feel like a lot of women, I'm not saying women aren't influential, but women aren't given the same opportunities, especially black women. And when we do, we have to put ourselves in such a small box that off the top of my head, when I just think of people who've done a lot that I want to talk to, I can't think of a woman that aligns with my mission as much as I want to.
No,
and
that's good.
Not her fault or not their fault. It's not their fault, but I just feel like they had to be in confined spaces or they're always behind a man.
Mm-hmm.
So when I just think, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, dang. Now, not saying I don't want to talk to them, but
right,
just,
of course,
first thing that comes to my mind, I'm like, Malcolm X, this person. So,
right.
yeah.
No, that makes sense. And I'm glad that you were able to clarify that, for the fans and the listeners of the show, so that they can realize, like, you're in line with people that have your same goals and objectives in mind, and that you feel what they feel, or, you've been where they've been to a certain degree.
And sometimes men, they're like Malcolm X. These people, Malcolm X, Kendrick Lamar, these people, they say things even though people don't want them to.
Right.
So and a lot of men do that. And women, it's like, oh, be soft. If you say the wrong thing, you're masculine. Or as a black woman, you're already like, oh, you're too much. Mm-hmm. So we had to dial it back all the time. So the men that I see that say whatever, I'm like, that attracts me. I'm like, I like that. I like that he shakes it up.
Yeah, but say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yes.
And that's the kind of person you are.
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Not at all.
Listen, y'all, I want to give out your Instagram and all that stuff again, so people can reach out to this young lady. Everybody, we call her Terry, but her real name is who?
Neferteri.
Neferteri. Get it right. Not Nefertari, not Nefertiti, but Neferteri. And so how can people follow you on like social?
Social media, hold on. I'm making sure. Blackbird.org, so Blackbird ORG, like organization. And then my personal is I am TAYRI Raynor, RAYNOR.
Get it right, y'all. Get it right. Okay? Not raining, Raynor. We good? We good
yes,
with that?
We are.
All right, you want to give the shout outs to anybody, mama?
My sister, I love her so much.
What's your sister's name?
My sister's name is Nadira Nicole Thurston. My sister, my nieces, they are my favorite women.
What's up, Nadira?
Ladies. Yes.
And all the ladies that are with Nadira.
Who else do I want to give a shout out to?
Your little bro.
Yeah, my little brother. He should be in class learning.
Yeah.
Learning.
Get that education, sir.
Who else do I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out to my grandma.
Oh, wow.
I love my grandma, but I want her to find the strength to do what she actually wants to do in life.
Because it ain't over. It is not over until God says it's over. So, Nana, Grandma,
yes,
Mom,
Grandma.
You got it. And what about your mom? I know you want to give her a shout out.
Of course, she over there somewhere.
Yeah, she
always
over
get a
there.
shout out.
So
yeah, y'all always see her. She gets her shout outs.
I love your mom. Your mom is like, she's the bomb.com. Like, really, you know what I mean? She's allowing you to flourish and grow, and she's pouring her wisdom into you and allowing you to just be you, you know? And what about the salon? I want to give a big shout out to the salon.
Oh, yes. Big shout out to my boss and the ladies at the salon that I work with. I love them so much.
What's the name of the salon?
Positive. Salon A. Marie.
Salon
Yes, we were
A.
voted
Marie.
best salon in 2021.
Uh-oh.
Salon A. Marie, yep.
And
Located in Manayunk, all black females, all black staff, natural hair care.
Natural. Yep. I'm going to have to come up there, man. They're going to be like, what you here for? I don't know.
We got men. We got men that come.
You got the men's in there.
We got men. We got men. Don't be afraid to come in. We got wine, snacks, juice, tea, robes, all that stuff.
Listen, y'all. They might have me coming up that joint. Manayunk, here I come. All right, everybody. This is the one and only Neferteri, okay? Look out for her, Neferteri Raynor. She's got a book coming out, and around about September, maybe a little later, but she's working on it, and she's not waiting until the book come out like most of us do. We wait till our books come out, and then we want to start, hey, look at me, but she's like, I ain't playing them games. You are in these streets, but not for the streets. If you're for the streets, it's for a purpose. Yep. So I just want to say thank you, because you have a hectic schedule, and you've given me this kind of time.
Thank you.
And I remember we talked a couple weeks ago, and I was like, when can I get you to come to the studio? And you was like, well, let me look at my itinerary. I said, ain't that nothing? You know what I mean? But I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
Any other shout outs to anybody? Anything that we missed that we needed to put out there in the universe?
All the children that are in public school that feel like they're trying to navigate and find their way, stay focused and keep their head on straight, and you feel like it's a monkey on your back, like a demon that you're running from. You got it. God loves children, babies. God is always covering us. He's always walking right beside us and guiding us, no matter what. So just, stay focused and pray on God. Like, don't pray on anybody else. Don't pray for anybody else but God.
And get it right. Get it right. Get it together or leave it alone. If you want to be real good, if not, I'm going to be gone.
And shout out to you. Thank you for having me today. Thank you.
She shouted me out on my own show.
You.
How awesome is that, y'all? All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up, but we'll be right back with more inspirational programs. And as I say on the radio, don't touch that dial, but this ain't the dial. I'm going to just say, don't touch that podcast. It's your brother talking right here on the Elements of Inspiration podcast with yours truly, Brother Marcus. We'll be right back.